You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa, what up, mi gente, my crusaders? What's poppin'? This is your boy, Al Mega, back on the scene with that high energy Brooklyn swagger, you know what it is. And today, baby, we traveling back to the future with some forgotten robot warriors who are stomping back into action. We have the man, all right, that is bringing us this full service comic book. Hey, pun intended right there, all right? Full service comic books, all right? My man is behind that. He's in the building, all right? He's the mastermind behind resurrecting a mid-'80s cult classic toy line called Morphodroids. I mean, us old schoolers remember the little things as ads in comic books, I'm sure. For those that not in the know, oh man, y'all about to find out. Man, because these ain't your average bots, fam. They're Morphodroids. They're reimagined, they're revamped, and they're ready to wreck shop for a whole new generation. So strap in, Crusaders, because this is history meets hype, nostalgia meets next level storytelling with the one, the only, the boss himself, bringing a full service comics, Mr. Keith Finch. How you doing, homie?
I'm doing well, thanks. I don't know how to follow up that intro. That was great. Appreciate that.
Nah, but you're the boss, Mr. Finch. We're about to get into this, bro, because you are bringing back something epic, something old school. When I saw the picture of what you were bringing back, I was like, oh my effing God. How do you remember this? Like, who would have thought something so... I think this is so unique.
Yeah.
You know, all right, so keep it, dude, you know, but before we get into the Morphodroids, I need that superhero origin story, that geek origin story that we all love to hear. Where are you originally from, and what was the first thing in all of fandom that you ever fell in love with?
So I've lived in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area my whole life, so Southeast Tennessee. As far as like my origin story, my dad read comics when I was growing up. He had a very small niche. You know, he read Conan, he read Swamp Thing. Those were basically it. My stuff tended to gravitate more towards the stuff I saw on Saturday morning cartoons. So, you know, I was watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, The Incredible Hulk, live action. So, you know, early 80s Marvel is kind of my sweet spot as far as kind of where I started from.
Excellent. And I think that, I mean, listen, I'm a Conan guy, so I'm with your pops there. And I like Swamp Thing too. I mean, it's just, I think those books were too heavy for kids. That's what it was.
He was reading like the Lin Wein, Bernie Wrightson.
Oh, that's too heavy.
I wasn't allowed to read those until I was older, and when I did read them, it was like
right.
Pretty incredible storytelling, but so it would have been kind of hard for me not to have at least dabbled with comics since they were around.
It was meant to be part of your life. Now, was there ever a moment or a comic book that made you say, yep, this is my destiny?
Well, I don't know if my journey is like most people's, but, you know, you start out with comics, you get into sports a little bit, you get into girls a little bit, and you come back to comics.
Oh, yeah, that's my story, too. Whether we got, you know, you can't pimp when back in the day when it wasn't cool to be a nerd. Not like nowadays. Like, all these, my people, y'all so lucky right now. I have no idea.
But, so, you know, I was in high school in the early 90s, and, you know, Image was popping off. Spawn was kind of the thing that brought me back and was like, Yeah, I think I need to keep investigating this.
I got every issue to this day, starting with
Wow,
my number one bought from the comic shop they release.
wow, that's dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there was actually a local creator who had done his own black and white book. They ran a little story on the local news about it. That was the first time that I was like, oh, this is something that people around here can do. You don't have to be in a major city with
Nice.
Marvel or DC. So that was kind of the first aha of this might be something eventually I could do. I didn't know it
Okay,
was going
that's
to
cool.
take like 30 years, but
It only took a little bit of time,
yeah,
just a wee bit, wee bit.
yeah, yeah.
Now, let's talk about that Morphodroids. Man, oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Even the name sounds heavy metal. Now, I gotta ask you, how did you yourself discover this long lost, forgotten classic storyline?
So as the story goes, it's during COVID. I'm bagging and boarding my collection because I'm stuck at home, not doing anything else.
Yeah, I did the same shit. You're like, yo, I think it's time to change the bags, but it's
Yeah,
time as any, right?
yeah. So I keep seeing this ad, and I'm like, what the crap are these things?
Yeah, what the fuck is this, right?
I would have been, 10 years old when they came out. I should have at least heard of these things. So that kind of I went down an internet rabbit hole of trying to find out what I could find, which there wasn't very much to be found.
My man stopped bagging for like 2 weeks when he dove into that rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, but eventually I ended up tracking down the guy who ran the company who put the toys out and made connection with him.
Interesting.
Got
Okay.
a licensed agreement.
Did he have any of the toys though, by chance?
No, he did not. So I,
Oh man,
you know, I
sad.
over the last few years have been collecting those off of eBay
So
mostly.
you got wait. So ever since then, you got hooked on like I want to get all of them. Are
Well,
you aiming for the collection?
well, that was part of my goal was, whenever I see that there's a lack of something, like there was nothing really documenting these things online. So I'm like, I got to get the toys so I can photograph them, put them in a book.
Oh, cool.
You
All
know,
right.
that might be interesting to toy collectors. But, and getting hooked up with the guy who put the toys out,
It's
you
crazy.
know,
That's
got
crazy.
he sent me some of their like wholesale sheets and stuff from back in the day. So that stuff's in the book as well.
Oh, you get to see how they moved and reacted. And again, they were competing on a heavy time though, because
Yeah,
again, Morphodroids, they looked one way, but then we had Transformers, even GoBots, you know what I mean, and all this stuff.
yeah. The thing that made Morphodroids kind of unique was that they had a remote control and they would basically go from a not an Autobot, but a automobile to a robot
Yeah.
using the remote. There wasn't a ton of like transforming going on, but they were unique and kind of different in their own way.
Yeah, not like the Robeson one either, folks. Not that crazy either. Yeah.
No. Very very crude for today's standards, but I try
But
to.
cool as F for us when we were kids.
If
Shit.
I was 10 years old and got one of those, I've been like, oh, this is cool. I don't even, it does it by itself.
Yeah,
So
bro.
yeah,
We were came from a generation that were always intrigued by the click clacks. Remember those? Like
right. The paddle ball.
there you go, right? We were entertained by the easiest shit, and kids complain nowadays. Shut up, kids. Now, now, nostalgia is definitely a heck of a drug. So, what do you think makes those '80s toy lines like Morphodroids so magnetic even today?
Well, for me, as a creator, it was an opportunity to kind of unlock that 10-year-old's imagination. Um, for everyone else, I think it just takes us back to a kind of simpler time in our lives where, we weren't burdened down with bills and drama and all that. It was just, having fun, living in the moment. I think that's kind of the draw of nostalgia is, it takes you back to a much simpler time.
I feel you, right? The non-worry days. Like
Yeah.
bills. What's a bill? My parents take care of that.
I know a guy named Bill. That was about as far
All
as
right? Yo, for real, bro. All right, so why was it now? You said why was Morphodroids meant to return now via this wonderful boom Kickstarter?
Yeah. So the now was this is my first Kickstarter.
Your
So
first.
first.
My man is popping his cherry on a Kickstarter with a classic IP, little known classic IP. Crazy. I love my man got big balls, bro. Big cojones here.
Well, and
Love it.
most people were like, start out with something small. So I'm like, okay, 100 pages. Let's do that.
He said 100 pages. Damn, bro.
So the time
Love it.
was now because really it took me, I've been working on this off and on for 4 years. And it took this long to get kind of all the pieces together where it felt like this was a complete package that if somebody got this, they plunked down their hard-earned money, they're going to feel like they got something cool and they got their money's worth. And that was really my litmus test for when this was ready to go is this a compelling story? Does it check all these boxes I've got in my head? And do I feel like the end user is going to feel like they've gotten value for their money?
Man, again, and folks, it's so people could see that this is the original ad that I always remember seeing a comic book. Do you guys remember now? Look at the toy there. I mean, a remote control, not really much of a remote because
Yeah.
the wire attached to that the robot's ass. You know what I mean? Like you have to follow it around and shit. Cool stuff. I mean, and they're coming, and then you went from this. I mean, look at this, folks. Right? Look at this. Boom! Yo, what the hell, bro? That design is epic, dude.
Yeah. I worked with a couple of character designers to help because honestly, the toys would have been fine for 1985, but a modern audience is going to want something where the characters have more character,
Movement.
More movement, more unique, different skills and that kind of thing. Yeah. So, and then Ryan Miller did a great illustration for the cover.
Beautiful.
Sergio Rios is the artist who did the majority of the interior artwork.
You are bringing me back right here. I love this first page opening. Most comic books don't do this anymore. I love it. This brings me back to old school first opening page. So like, oh, what the hell is going on? Like, thank you. Bringing me back just with that. Holy fuck. Well, and so you're the writer, the colorist. Great job on the lettering right there. I fucking think I love I love good lettering, man. Things eye candy and a designer. Good job, bro. Shit.
Yeah, appreciate that. But I mean, from a storytelling perspective, I think I mentioned before we went on that I worked on Deathslinger with Shane Berryhill, and Shane gave me the advice of you got to start off with something exciting, and that's kind of why we opened up that way.
Excellent. And then look at the art as it proceeds. The panel work, nice. I see a lot of word bubbles and squares. Great, thank you. I want to be able to read a comic book, not in 5 minutes. I want to make sure I the whole book for a minute, and appreciate the art and the story. I hate quick reads.
Well, the comic book part of this is, I think, 30 pages,
Okay.
which is a decent amount of reading, but there is a ton. If you're like, I want to really get into this universe, there's a ton of back matter, not only about the toys, but how these characters are going to be playing out in future issues.
Okay. Oh, I see what you did. Oh, that is so cool, bro. That is cool AF. Yeah, I mean, the vehicle looks really dope. I want that one. I like how the vehicle look.
Yeah, there.
Is that? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's some fun designs. I mean, they're totally mid '80s vibe in their decals and stuff, which I'm here for.
Yeah, I feel you. Now, the so that character's name is Sagos.
Correct.
All right. So does he have the same car design within the comic book,
He does.
or is he an up? Okay, so yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conceit in the book is that all these toys were actually alive in the early '80s on the Earth, and they've been dormant.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and they get reawakened in the current day, and they're trying to find out basically how they got here, who's controlling them, all of that kind of thing.
Oh man, we're gonna be diving in. There goes your squad. So talk about the promance here, about your squad here. How'd you find these fellas?
So a lot of folks here, I'm in the cartoonist kayfabe Facebook group, so there was
Oh, cool.
quite a few that I knew from that. Um, Several of these folks, like Ryan Miller's done um, Transformers, like store exclusive covers. Sergio, I just happened to find on Instagram, I think. But yeah, a lot of these, most people came from either cartoonist kayfabe or Transformers fandom.
Bro, look at this lineup. Jeez, bro, you are not playing. That's pimp level contribution here.
Well,
Oh, what the hell is this?
yeah, so I've mentioned Deathslinger a couple of times. I also got Ben Perkins, who was the artist on Deathslinger. He had this 12-page story that had been sitting on the shelf, and it felt like it definitely fit in with the vibe of this project. So this is a backup in the project as well.
Oh, that's dope. I love me big robots that fight. That's what that looks like. But again, all right, folks. So check this out. This is what's going on with this dope little project right here that I think you guys, especially nostalgia fans, need to be diving into. We have only, look at this, 4 hours to go. Only 4 horas, mi gente. Let's go. A big salute, yo, out there to you 79 backers for supporting independent comic books. That is amazing. Now, this is your first project, and look at you. Out of a 3 rack goal, you at 3,300. So 3,300, yo, salute. We got to make more. Sure you get more. Let's get to the 30. No, you should get 4 racks. Come on, guys. Can you get another, what is it, $690 in 4 hours? Come on. Let's make it happen. Support independent comics, folks. I mean, look at this. Classic. Just seeing this brings me back, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and the goal was to get this issue kind of done, fulfilled, make sure everything's buttoned up there, but anything over that, it just makes it that much easier for us to do the next issue, because I definitely don't want it to take another 4 years. I'm 50 years old. I don't know if we're doing one every 4 years. It's going to be tough to make it to the end here.
Now, get it done, brother. So, as a creator, what would you say is the biggest challenge in reimagining, such a classic IP like this?
For me, the biggest challenge was reining in the ideas, because I had too many ideas really to introduce right up front. And, even though this is a licensed thing, I've pretty much gotten, I can do whatever I want with it as long as it's, nothing pornographic or, not in keeping with a 1980s toy vibe. But yeah, the biggest challenge for me was just honing in on one or two story threads up front.
All right, bad. Now, once Morphodroids hits big, right? Because I know it will. Would you want to expand maybe into animation with it?
I would love to do that. I think as a property, it kind of, it would be easy to go that route. There's a lot of different avenues I'd love to pursue. I think you could do some fun 80s inspired video games using these characters. You're doing a side scroller for one level, you're in a racing platform for another. There's a lot of different avenues to go there. But yeah, animation would definitely be one of the things that would be great to come out of this.
I'm kind of really looking forward to seeing how everybody else looks. It looks like you're going to introduce a big squad.
Yeah, there were 9 toys in the original line, and they all at least have a cameo, a one-page appearance in the book. And like you showed that kind of bio of the one character, all of the characters have that kind of content in the book.
So do you have all the toys?
I do, yeah.
Are they complete?
Yeah, complete in box.
Oh man, look! Oh, my man ain't playing. How'd you find them? How long did it take you really to get them all?
So I started buying them when I started on the project 4 years ago. It probably took me, I would say, 2.5 years to find them.
Wow. Isn't it fun to hunt?
It is. It is. I wish I could say, I was going to flea markets and finding them there, but
yeah. I feel you. Sometimes we have to give up. Me, I believe in the flea markets thing. Yeah. Like I really like if it's last resort and I really want it, then I gotta go to eBay. But I really try to avoid eBay. I really like, and then the haggle. You can't haggle on eBay. I like to haggle. I'm from New York. Come on now. I ain't paying $5 for that shit. I'll give you $2.
Well, even on eBay, it took a while to get them. Like I was going to Mercari and looking at eBay in other countries to try to find some of them. But
oh damn, really?
Eventually, they all turned up stateside. But yeah, it was. Awesome. They're not, just all there ready to be bought.
It's true. We have somebody saying, do you have any there that you can show us?
Yeah.
Here we go. We're about to see some OG classic. Good shot there, the chitlins right there, my man Drunken Chat, maybe later tonight. Wow, that's how they came?
Yep.
Legit. That box is mint too, bro. You ain't playing, son.
This is probably the best one I found, but yeah, that, and then on the back, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see that. Yep.
So that's cool. Each character had, like a 2-sentence description. And when I'm building out the characters, I didn't like deviate from what was already on the toy because that to me is the core of what I'm building on.
The nostalgia.
built out from that.
Nice. I'm digging it, man. You getting me more and more interested. Now, are all those 9 the good guys, or are they kind of good and bad mixed in there?
Yeah, there's 5 bad guys, 4 good guys.
Oh, look at that. The bad guys outnumber the good. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, you got to raise the stakes for the good guys to, it's that much bigger of a feat if they win.
Oh man, I'm gonna dig this. And my man says very cool. You're about to make him go buy these, and this guy will probably go after them too. you're gonna have another Morphodroider out there.
Hey, we bring them all. Bring them all.
Bring them all. That's right. Now, hit us with the hype though, because you gotta tell them out there why people need to kind of dive into this project with 4 hours to go. Because look, we have dope ass right stuff going on here. We got digital editions, we got retailer starter packs, deluxe packs, homage covers. I mean, the early birds are gone, folks. You missed out. You missed out. You snooze, you lose, folks.
Yep. So, my pitch for this is if you were there in 1984, 85, and you wished you had bought Transformers #1, I'm not saying this is going to blow up like Transformers, but you could relive what it was like to be a kid in 1985. This book's going to unlock something in you. That was my goal anyway. The other thing, if you're a parent, I think the way I structured the project is if your kid wanted to read the comic, they would enjoy that. You could read the comic and then all the supplemental materials and get a much richer and deeper understanding of this world, kind of where we're going with the story, all of that. As far as the actual rewards, we've got a $8 digital version, which it's over 100 pages for $8. So I mean, come on, man. The print copy's $25. Again, for a indie Kickstarter book, 100 pages for $25 I feel like doing you're getting a pretty good deal. Then you get into the retailer tiers. I probably won't spend a ton of time talking about those, but I do feel like it's important that we as indie creators are trying to get our books into retailers.
Shit, this is a hell of a deal right here. I mean, $100, you getting 10 copies. What? I mean, do the math, folks.
Yeah. So
Lucas, you have a shop. Do the math. And look, what was the first comic book appearance? Is it this of Morphodroids ever in comic book form?
I mean, unless you're talking about the ad, yeah, this would be first appearance.
See, this would be the first time. There you go. Other than the ad. Yeah. Is there a particular comic book that the ad first appeared in? Let's get geeky.
So they appeared on the back of almost all Marvel comics. They weren't on the back of like the Epic books and that kind of thing. Okay. And then they were cover dated December 1985. They would have been hitting the street September the 3rd. I looked all this up.
My man dug deep.
Yeah. September 3rd, 1985, which was 40 years to the day when we launched the Kickstarter. So trying to bookend things there.
Okay, see, that is a must buy. You better talk about it on tonight's show. He does a show, my man, right here. And, it's a collector's show. And when you're talking like this, first appearances of such a classic IP, yes, must buy, baby. That's right. Listen, Lucas, you know how you could buy it right now? And tell your whole squad, do a blast right now. Listen, the campaign is live, but we only have 4 hours to go. So it's do or die right now, baby. 4 hours to go. It ends at midnight EST. So, if you want to dive into this project, mi gente, go ahead. You got to do it right now. Right now, all right? It's Friday. It's payday for many of us. Let me playing, all right? You got that money. You got that cheddar. You got that cheese. Make it rain, baby. Make it rain like you're at the strip club. But there's toys right here. You want these comic books. You want that nostalgia back. And then you're going to be hunting down the toys just like he did. And then he's going to probably make a toy for campaign number 2. Who knows? Are you going to be able to introduce a new Morphodroid?
Well, I can do whatever I want to pretty much. And the shirt.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. What's that? Oh, that's dope.
So that's a character, a new Morphodroid that would be appearing in issue 2.
Us, you hear this? Not only again, OG IP issue 2 is presenting the beginning of the expansion of the universe, and he doesn't look like a good guy.
He's not. His name's
thank you. More villains.
Yeah, Skulkertron.
Skulkertron.
Yeah.
Give me. All right. So when the toys come, bro, come on, bro. Are you gonna give us an OG toy of Skulkertron on the next campaign? What do you think?
I mean, maybe. I'm not going to say no.
Let's manifest, bro.
Yeah.
Bring me all those villains, please. I'm a villains man. And folks, make the book come alive. It's already coming alive, all right? And now, the book is gonna ship by when? Because you say estimated delivery January 26th, so that's still on track.
Yeah, that's still, the book is, I would say, 95% complete at this point. Honestly, I could ship way earlier, but for anybody who's been keeping track, USPS is raising rates through
everywhere
through the middle of January. So my plan is have all my stuff ready to go. The day those rates drop, stuff starts hitting the mail.
Yeah, that kills me. They know exactly when to take advantage of those bastards.
Yeah.
All good though. It's all good, folks. But nonetheless, celebrate the new year right. And so simple as you get this book now. This baby will be your hands right after the new year. Maybe before. But again, he's not playing these games. He'll let you know for sure. But get this. This is a classic IP. Yo, chillins, you got to tell and give it a blast now. Because I know you guys do your show. By the time they go live, the campaign may be over. So just give them a blast right now. Let's signal boost the heck out of this. Morphodroids. I mean, I would have never thought that this would come back looking as cool as this. Like, yo.
Well,
thank you.
It's to me it was a challenge of how do I take these kind of, I don't know, I don't want to be derogatory, but kind of clunky robots and just totally reimagine them, keeping the stuff that made them unique. The fact that they're controlled by a remote control, so they are connected to a human, that plays into the story.
Cool. All right, back.
So there was the through line of the toy is very much in kind of where the comic goes.
Oh wow! See, my man ain't playing. I'm digging the heck out of this for real. So this is the last one here. You need to keep selling the crap out of this book. This is what we need to keep doing.
Yeah.
And Lucas, man, you got to hit him up on the socials if he has time to go on and talk about it. If you guys go on before midnight, hit him up. I mean, right there, follow him. Full Service Comics on X, right? He doesn't use it very much, he says, but I'm telling him you should use it. A lot of big comic book community there.
Yeah.
And also the website. The website, Full Service Comics.
Yeah. And if anybody just wants to go directly to the Kickstarter, if you go to morphodroids.com, it sends you right there.
Oh, my man has got the domain for that baby too. Oh, my man is a boss. He is not playing. And even before we go, let's go check out the website real quick of your baby, Full Service. I want you to explain to the world what is Full Service Comics.
So actually, I had my about a decade ago, I tried to do comic book retailing. It didn't really pan out, but it was Full Service Comics. And so much like Morphodroids was being reborn, we just reborn Full Service Comics. It's kind of my umbrella that I want to build out all my projects to fit under this. Right now, Morphodroids is the project. So
gotcha. That means you get more info right there. Look at that world of possible. Oh man, look at the toys, bro. Stop playing. This one right here, Nefrex.
Yeah.
Yo, that's badass. I remember there was a dude in the neighborhood that had that very exact car like that. Didn't have the gold on the doors, but he had the golden, the Firebird on it.
Yeah.
Dude. And that's the one you showed on the box, right? Centaur.
It is. Yeah.
So look at these, man. They look so fire like this. I like the design so much.
They're a lot of fun. Yeah.
Ambulance.
Yeah, and you would think an ambulance would be a good guy. He's not.
Oh, really? It's not? The ambulance? I ain't here to save your life, mother effer.
Yeah, the ambulance and the police van are both bad guys.
Well, I mean, the police, it depends where you're from. They could be either good or bad.
Right.
I grew up, they were 50-50. It's like, all depends. Did they have a good donut that day or something? I don't know. Please, I hope they did. But yeah, wow, these toys look dope. That is the website for us. Go check it out as well. We got info all about the comic. We'll lead you also straight to the campaign. Yeah, and a lot of stuff. And I like that, you said this Comic Crusaders has the same origin story. I was going to be a retail shop, but shit hit the fan, and then now something else birthed out of it, and I think this is what it was meant to be able to celebrate independent comics and creators like yourself, spread the message, spread the words, and show the love, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, my marching order for myself is, when you talk about a full service comic, it's got attractive visuals, it's got a wide variety. There's like 20 different artists that have contributed to this project.
That's crazy.
A fun story with some pretty deep back matter. It's a buffet. That's kind of how I try to think of this.
A buffet that you don't even got to put your pinky up, but it's not that bougie. It's a dope buffet. Get your hands dirty, get into the Morphodroids, folks. That's where it's at. The campaign is live now. 4 hours to go, my friends. 4 hours. So you got to make this happen, mi gente. It's happening, but let's make it happen further. 4 racks, 5 racks, 6 racks. Come on, Elon. Just throw in 100,000 into this baby, son. I know you like comic books, Elon. All right. Now look at this. Oh, wait, you see, trying to purchase the retailer deluxe pack, but Kickstarter is being weird. So, just hit him up on an email or something and see if he can help you. He wants that retailer pack, so that is a super deal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's make that happen. But this is what it is, mi gente. Wepa. Thank you, Lucas. Already, like, he knows what's here. He knows the value. So a big shout out, though, to my man right here, Keith Finch, for dropping all that robot resurrection knowledge and bringing back forgotten legends. For real. Just, again, the smile that came on my face when I first saw the email of the campaign, I was like, oh, shit. It's like, whoa. So for real, fam, you see my man Lucas is all excited about it. I'm excited. Don't sleep on this. Hit that Kickstarter link. Support the project now. All right. Links are in the description as well. All right. Smash that support button, minds and heads. Let's get these Morphodroids stomping back onto the scene where they belong, baby. All right. Let's make that happen. So until next time, you know what it is. Stay strong, stay geeky, and of course, stay wepa. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.